Now, I don't know if you heard, but the 2024 Paris Olympics is going on right now, and there's even more shit to talk about than the amount deposited in the Seine River. Now, it features a leading international sporting events featuring summer and winter sports competitions in which thousands of athletes around the world participate in a variety of competitions. Now, the creation was inspired by ancient Olympic Games held in Olympia, Greece from 8th century BC to 4th century AD, or around the same upload schedule this channel has. Now, it ranges from sports such as the triathlon, in which competitors are doing 10 sets of drowning while literally complaining that they're throwing up because the French keep shitting in the water. Now, as a Canadian, I can only naturally support my own country, of course, until this random Turkish civilian woke up from his bed and ate some baklava and then pulls off a silver medal for his own country. Now, keep in mind that not every sport will be covered, so sorry if equestrian is not mentioned. Now, swimming is one of the most decorated sports in the Olympics, featuring legendary performances like Michael Phelps in the Beijing 08 Olympics, where he obtained 8 gold medals, but now in the 2024 Paris Olympics for Team Canada, Summer McIntosh became the first Canadian to win 3 gold medals at a single Olympic Games, only to break her back trying to carry Team Canada in the 4x100 meter freestyle, where her teammates look like my Val teammates in ranked. Now, another rising star in Leon Marchand, who completely took a fat dump on everyone in the 400 IM, and with people claiming that the waters were slow in Paris, Pang Zhenli broke the 100 meter freestyle after being poked by the Olympic Committee 7 times a day. Up to this point, the existence of the shooting event in the Olympics was largely unknown by the general public, myself included. It was only when one man and one man alone, the GOAT Youssef Dikac, who basically pulled up with the equivalent of a Kia Soul to a Formula 1 race. That is to say that the only equipment assisting him that day was a pair of giant Turkish balls. Now, all jokes aside, that is really impressive. If you look at all his competitors, they're wearing 5-pound earmuffs to protect their whittle ears, and eye equipment that I assume isolate and enhance the target. However, Youssef Dikac, going completely raw in his regular old office glasses with one hand in his pocket, completely destroyed the competition. Now, I'm not too sure on how the 10-meter air pistol event is scored, but I have no idea how Turkey lost to Serbia after the robot Arnold Schwarzenegger is not even facing the right direction. Oh yeah, and for the women's 10-meter air pistol event, Dia Chae-won, or Kim Yi-ji, won the silver for South Korea, and apparently is also becoming famous because she looked futuristic, while Kanye's in the corner scribbling notes. Now, next up we have basketball, and basketball historically was dominated by Team USA. I don't know why I said historically, because they still do. Now, 7-year-old LeBron, with his hairline pushed back to Mars, is somehow still better than the entire German team combined, plus Bronny thrown in. Now, I must ask you the question, if you were the coach of the opposing basketball team, how would you stop Team USA? Is it A, double team Steph, B, double team KD, C, double team LeBron, oh, we ran out of players, or D, wait for them to all get tired to score on the bench never mind. However, I'm actually really happy for my own country, Team Canada, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander finally throwing a punch for Canada after Kendrick Lamar's massacre of all Canadian Owls. Now, on the women's side, I didn't spot my favorite secret NBA player, Brittany Griner, so I will not be covering this part.
Post player on the men's team.
It's called soccer.
Now, after all the Americans have settled down after the temper tantrum they threw after realizing it's not American football, Spain shit on France for the gold in a match that I did not watch, and on the women's side, USA shit on the female version of Neymar Jr. Now, fun fact, did you know that there's a sport in the Olympics similar to the triathlon known as the biathlon, in which it sounds more like a sexuality than a sport? Now, I realize that covering every Olympic sport to a high degree would most likely hold a result far worse than the 7-1 loss Brazil took to Germany, so I'll pick a few fun ones that you've never heard about. So apparently there's a sport named skeleton, and it's not named after me losing 15 pounds after freshman year. Skeleton is a sport where the guy pushes a bobsled on an ice track and does his best impression of a popsicle, and the competition, get this, is who can get who can get the greatest concussion. Now that is what I inferred from it after looking at it for 10 seconds. Now there's another sport named luge, and by the looks of it, it is basically skeleton playing duos with a twist. Now they're both on their back on the same bobsled, but the goal remains the same. Can we get more concussions than boxers? Next up is javelin throwing, and I'm really surprised that I didn't see any of my clan members after they claimed to forget to do their war attack because they were visiting their hospitalized mother. Yeah, sounds like an excuse. Kicked. Anyways, humans huddled 2,000 years ago and said, alright, we should determine who can run the fastest. That makes sense. Who can swim the farthest? That makes sense. Who can hurl a long metal pole at the ground? The furthest. That makes sense. This made me realize that the Olympics is just people trying to be the best in the world at something. So why settle to win when you can be average? Someone please let my ranked teammates know.